We're joined by Dan Brown from JLL at the BCA Research Report launch. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Some, really good research. As I just said to you before, it's very rare that the sector's had really good research. So now that we've had sort of 4 years worth of reports, there's really, some really good trends now starting to come through. There's obviously year on year more and more interest in the sector, emphasis on flexibility and all that stuff from corporate occupiers. And obviously, as I said before to the guys, it's lots of landlords now coming to us wanting to talk about flexibility and what we can do to help and add an amenity to a building. So the more information we've got and research we've got on the sector is great, and long may it continue.
And what's the key takeaway from the report from your perspective?
I think it's obviously just shows the year-on-year growth. It obviously showed 2015 was a real peak year for the sector because it was there was a lot of supply, especially in London, and serviced office providers, when there's a lot of supply and good incentives in the market, will fill their boots, as it were, and really grow. But it showed a real continuation of that, which again goes back to the point that landlords are now a little bit more amenable to the serviced office flexible sector. Interesting also to see the length of term that people stay. I think that's a real key takeaway from today. Is we used to say 6 to 12 months probably people stayed in a serviced office building. I mean, this is going back 4 or 5 years, but now 40% I think of occupiers will stay in a flexible solution for 3 years. Emphasis again on the flexibility, the ability to grow and downsize, move and fluctuate with market and economic conditions is probably the main sort of takeaway from today. And we think and I think there'll be more emphasis with regard to larger occupiers doing that sort of thing in years to come, obviously with the sort of Brexit uncertainty and other economic factors really.
Well, you've preempted me because I was going to ask you, what do you think the future challenges are looking down the road for the sector?
Well, with Brexit, obviously last year was a real hit, but we sort of took stock of that and thought, actually, for the flexible sector, this could be a really good thing. Some of the findings did show, obviously, that there is uncertainty within the flexible sector as well, and obviously the occupier base now within the sector is so vast now that it really is having an impact on those guys as well, and there is a little bit of uncertainty. They're not just taking serviced offices. Everyone's not just taking serviced offices because they need the flexibility due to Brexit. So there are those challenges. I think it's the relationship with Europe will be difficult. I think a lot of occupiers were looking to expand and maybe move their portfolios into Europe. Whether that will now happen will be another question. But from our point of view and the conversations that we have, the sector's in a good place. We work with a lot of the serviced office providers, and they're all looking to grow. So we think it might be a little bit of a blip whilst there's obviously some of this political stuff going on, but we think that the sector moving forwards is in a pretty good position.
Thank you very much.